So let's go ahead and get started as we always do. We're just going to go through a quick disclosure here. It says the earnings used as examples in any presentation of Adit Network or by any other affiliate already involved with Adit Network are not necessarily representative of the income, if any, that an Adit Network affiliate can or will earn through his or her participation in the Adit Network compensation plan, but are simply examples, and that's how they should be used. Success with Adit Network results only from successful sales efforts, which require hard work, diligence, and leadership. Your success will depend on how effectively you exercise these qualities. We cover a lot of the same things as the overview, but we like to go even further in depth, just to kind of give you guys some background on the company and allow you to ask some of your questions and you know, interact with us here. So there might be something on your mind or a question that you have that maybe I'm not covering. If that's the case, if you look on the right-hand side of your page, you're going to see a text box. If you need to ask any questions, just put a text in that box. I'll see it pop up on my side, and I'll go ahead and answer the question for you guys, okay? So, again, thanks for coming out here. I appreciate you coming out and spending a little time with me. So let's get started. Who is Adit Network, and what do they offer? Guys, Adit Network, I mean, in a nutshell, is a multi-platform online advertising company out of Asia, being headed up by some of the most amazing individuals that I think I've ever had the opportunity to do business with. Very, very generous organization, but they have a long-term vision that I believe in, and I think that as you guys get to know this company, you're going to be able to believe in the long-term vision here. All right, we're offering opportunities to entrepreneurs that just haven't really been available out there. You got a lot of companies that are attempting to do something that's going to be, you know, fast cash and hopefully long-term. But it's so easy to shoot so many holes through those companies. This is a true long-term vision with a long-term opportunity where you can help literally millions of people get what they want, and at the same time you're going to get what you want. And then on top of all this, we're able to reach out to the merchants. Okay, and if we really want to go deep on this, guys, if you look at the economy right now on a global scale, we got a lot of issues. Okay, a lot of issues, and we can't keep looking to our government to solve these issues for us. All right, I'm not going to say too much other than the fact that they've had their opportunity, and I think us as entrepreneurs, we need to step up and start doing something about this. And one way that you can do that is, one, help get more money back into the consumers' households. But at the same time, when it comes to the merchant, help them to know where they need to go to reach out to these consumers. All right? I mean, business doesn't have to be a guessing game. If you follow the trends and you know where the consumers are going and you have something you think a consumer is going to want, you just have to have a way to efficiently get in front of them with it. And that's what Adit Network has. They have a platform or an online community that we're bringing the entrepreneurs, the business owners, and the consumers together. Now, we're small right now. We're only about 48,000 people worldwide. Okay, so it's still a great ground floor opportunity. We're pushing out into over another 200 nations globally. But the vision of this thing is literally millions of businesses and millions upon millions of consumers buying and selling to each other, maximizing their profitability, leveraging their time, their energy. I mean, I personally feel this is probably the most perfect business plan that I've ever stumbled across. Well, I shouldn't say stumbled. I didn't stumble across it. It was actually, I got a phone call from somebody in our upline, Gary Kramer, who asked me to be part of his team and go out to Hong Kong and evaluate this company with him because he felt that he had something that the U.S. needed to see. I was one of the first 50 people in the United States. Today we've got over 1,500 active and close to 3,000 registered, all right, that are in the process of funding. So this is rapidly growing. We didn't even launch this into the U.S. until really September 1st. I signed up at the end of June, but I didn't do anything with it. Gary signed up before that, and he didn't do a whole lot with it. It wasn't until we got back from Hong Kong that we realized what we truly had our hands on. And what it took was us going out there and seeing the fact that there was over 300 affiliates in the pre-launch of this company throughout Asia. They had already earned an all-expense paid trip to go to the corporate launch event. corporate put their money where their mouth was. They said, we want you guys, we want the United States. We want you to come out here, evaluate us, take a look at us, go to our corporate offices, spend time with us, get to know who we are. They weren't hiding. They wanted us to come out and meet them. You know what they did? They spent the money to fly 7 of us out there, all expense paid. We had airfare, hotel, food, everything. They even gave us a day and a half of tours around Hong Kong just so we could better understand their culture. They're building long-term relationships. All right? And they're doing it with, hands down, the #1 compensation plan that's out there. I encourage you guys to compare it to other compensation plans. And when I encourage you to compare it with other stuff that's real. Not something that's here today and gone tomorrow. Not something that you have to jump into and pound as many people in that business as you can because you don't know if it's going to be here next month. So you got to make your money really, really fast. No, compare it to other real programs. Okay? I'm not saying you can't go out there and do those other little programs and stuff and make some extra money on the side. In today's network marketing business, most people do it that way. But what I'm saying is if you want to plant your feet, you want to build a business where you don't have that constant attrition, where you're not always having to add new people over and over and over again. If you want a business that you can truly build bigger than you've ever built before, faster than you've ever built before because you're not constantly losing people, and because of the fact we're going to help every single person that comes into this business make money if they want to. You see, I feel that Dr. Zhang has solved the problem of 95% of people not making money, and he's done it in a true, legitimate way. Okay? Takes a tiny bit of effort from everybody, but the results are huge. So that's who Adit Network is, guys. It's the evolutionary change between print advertising, traditional advertising, into the exciting, exploding industry of online advertising. And for the first time ever, you and I have the opportunity to participate and share in those profits. All of these things are available to you guys because this is a real company with a real long-term vision. Okay? And I can't say that enough. And that is so important to me. And it should be to you. If you guys are tired of jumping from program to program and always looking over your shoulder to see if there's something better out there, there's not. Okay? You're on the call tonight. You've got the best thing there is. You need to now believe it and run with it. Everything we talk about here tonight is time sensitive. If you're on this call and you're still evaluating, hopefully by the time we get done here, you're going to be trying to get involved with Adit Network because you understand it's time sensitive. All right? We're growing rapidly. And when you understand the binary structure of this whole thing, you're going to want everybody from this day forward, as many people as possible, to fall in your downline. It's going to make literally thousands, if not millions of dollars in income difference to you over the next few years. Okay? Out there at the corporate office, they also have a full rep and customer support, as well as they do in Canada. They got full IT, as well as they do in Canada. Okay? They also have that out in Shenzhen, China. We got the PR, the advertising, and a full financial department. It's quite amazing. I get to work with every single department in this company. I have the name, email address, phone number to every single executive in this company, and they pick up the phone when I call, and they have an interest in what you and I have to say. Even though this company has 48,000 sales reps, it's still ground floor, and they're listening to you and I, guys, and I can't stress that enough. I've been involved in so many different businesses that have already been established, and they got their way of doing things, and you might look at it and go, wow, I really wish they would have done this or that differently. All right? And now you might have looked at our website tonight and go, whoa, what kind of website is that? That looks like just a registration page. And I'm the first one to say that. All right? But I'll tell you what, we have a full graphics department that's just about finished with a brand new state-of-the-art website that's going to be very impressive. On top of that, our team has outsourced to another company to build us a team website with replication and everything else. All right? And everybody on this call tonight, just in case you're wondering, you're part of our team, or you wouldn't be here. Okay? We're coming out with videos and all kinds of good tools. And guys, there was over 35 millionaires. We're just short of 40 millionaires made right now in the company already. Okay? And most of those millionaires were made at a time when they didn't have very good tools. when there wasn't really a good system in place. Now I'm going to talk to you about some stuff later, consumer credits and things like that. But guys, don't fool yourself. Not $1 from the consumer credits is being figured in when we're talking about the millionaires that have been made. Okay? Now, we do have compensation and different bonus structures that can make you a tremendous amount of money off on the side. Okay? But when we talk about making millionaires, we're talking about from building organizations and selling advertising. That's where we're talking about building millionaires. Okay? So first one was the online ads browser. The second one, guys, is going to be the Yellow Page directory, and then we've got our marketplace. Those are the three platforms that ADITnetwork is putting together, and with those right there, we'll have us an incredible business model. Now, myself and a couple other Americans have already brought them some other revenue streams that are probably going to be more like about 9 months to a year down the road, where we're going to be able to go in and compete and own because of the membership base. You understand this, okay? This membership organization that we're putting together, we are going to pull a lot of weight on a global scale. When we start getting up into the hundreds of thousands and millions of members, we're going to be writing our own ticket, guys. Okay? We're going to be writing our own ticket. We're going to be going into markets and conquering markets. All right? And we've already brought out the next one. I'm not going to discuss that, but just know that there are other plans for long-term. So when I say long-term growth, I know it is because I'm involved in it. All right? I know where we want to head. We're putting the right attorneys in place, the right structure people in place, the right compliance. We're doing things the way it needs to be done. And you're going to see some changes in the short term that, you know, you might sit back and go, why'd they do that? Well, it's all for the long-term picture. All right? So putting together this global community online mixture, I'm going to say it again, a mixture between Google and Costco. Two wonderful companies. Can you imagine putting two of those together? That's what we're doing here, and you're a part of it. Okay? It's creating a win-win-win situation for everybody. Matter of fact, look at this quote. You know, I think if Bill Gates could take a look at what we're doing, he probably would have made this quote about us. The internet is becoming the town square for the global village of tomorrow. All right? The town square, that's our marketplace. Adit Marketplace. And I got to name that. That was my name. I came up with that. So I'm pretty proud of that. And then you look at this here, you've got the village of tomorrow. That's us, guys. We're all the members of this online community, and so are all the new prospects that you're bringing forward here. Network marketing is a relationship business, and I believe you're in the #1 relationship company in that industry. So let's talk about the first of the three advertising platforms here. You got the online ads browser. All right, it's a world-class internet advertising platform, guys, that to this point has been our primary platform. It's where the merchants can put fully customizable ads up. They can choose the time, the area, the quantity of their ads, you know, the country, the state, the language, everything, how often they want to run it. You know, do they want to just do a test campaign for maybe 200 ads? All right, so what do? They only put up 200 ad points towards that. Okay, when those run out, they look at the campaign and they go, well, I got, you know, wasn't getting very many 5 stars on this ad. Now I was only getting 1 and 2 stars. I need to change that. So they adjust their ad a little bit and then they put it back up. You see, with traditional marketing, you don't have the ability to do that. Your ad needs to be right when it goes to publish. You see? And when if you send out 10,000 mailers and then you go after the fact, oh, no, I want to change that, you can't stop that midstream. All right? Or you're projecting what you want to do with the magazine, and you got to know, like, you know, 45 to 60 days before it prints. And once you submit that and that magazine goes out, you can't go, oh, no, I didn't want to do that. All right? Not anymore. We're talking about instantaneous customization. And then we can give them 100% tracking. Tell them what everybody thought of their ad, what they should and shouldn't do with it. What was the click-through rate? What was the conversion to sale? You see, remember what I said about needing to give the merchant a viable option so they don't waste their marketing dollars anymore? I think you guys are seeing that. You know, I mean, this is a viable way of marketing. And if you don't believe me, again, look at Google and look at Amazon. And if you want to know if it's a viable business for you to make money, look at Google, look at Amazon, okay? So that's where this thing is going. A lot of people say, I don't get it. I don't get it. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm doing the same thing Google and Amazon have done, only I'm doing it better. We're bringing together a platform of members. We're buying and selling from each other. Second of three platforms, the marketplace. This is the game changer, guys. All right, and you'll hear me use that term quite a bit when it comes to the marketplace and the directory. This is the game changer. Because what's going to happen with the marketplace, this is where the merchants are going to give you and I, the members, major discounts to shop with them. All right? So they're going to give us these big discounts. So if you go online and you're looking through the directory or you're looking through the marketplace and you find something you're looking for, all right, and then they're going to offer you major discounts to buy it, well, you're probably going to buy it from there. Why would you not? Why would you get off of our website and go somewhere else and buy it somewhere else at retail? You're not going to do that. You're going to buy it at a major discount. Now, on top of that, when you bought it at a discount, how would you like to get paid to buy that item? Compensated, dollar for dollar through reward points and things. That's what's happening here. The marketplace is the game changer because the members are going to get major discounts to shop, and then they're going to get paid to buy those items. That's why the merchants want to come forward, guys. We literally have contracts already signed with thousands of merchants. Companies, Chevrolet, Buick, Kraft Foods, large corporations are coming forward, literally thousands of them. Right now, already signed contracts. They can't wait for the marketplace to come out. Now, they're not coming out to be affiliates like you and I, okay? We're in a different phase out here in the United States right now, and maybe even up in Canada still. Asia's in phase 2. I consider that phase 2, where they've built their member base up over 40,000 people, and they got a lot of different businesses just wanting to market to that member base. All right? So they're getting that advertising out there. Out here in the U.S. and parts of Canada is still where we haven't really established yet. Okay, we're finding a lot of our merchants are coming in as merchant affiliates. Okay, so they need to make extra money because they're not doing real good with their businesses. They still want to advertise online with us, but they're going to come in and they're going to be an affiliate in addition to advertising. You see, that's kind of phase 1, guys. So if you look at this business, you got to look at it in phases. So we're really in phase 1 right now out here, but we're going to move quickly into phase 2 as we start to grow up our member base here. But marketplace and the directory, definitely the game changers here, guys. You got merchants that just want to tap into what we're putting together. The yellow page directory, we're not the only ones with an online yellow page directory. All right? It's so important today because, when's the last time you had an actual yellow page book dropped off on your doorstep? Okay? It's just too expensive to print them anymore. I can't remember the last time I even got one. Years. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put together a yellow page directory of our merchants, the ones that are part of our organization, part of our community. Did you really, Wally? Wally says, I got one last week. Well, I don't know where you're at, but I don't get them out here in California. That's funny. You got a yellow page directory. Okay, so I guess they are still in existence. I just haven't seen one in years. But what we're going to do is we're going to start from large cities around the world. Okay, and we're going to spiral out, and we're going to put together this directory where it's going to provide the businesses. Oh, do you really? You get them out in the UK too, huh? I'll be dang. All right, well, I'll just stop using that as an example because I thought maybe it's just me. Maybe they don't like to give me a yellow page directory. But anyways, I don't use them anyways. Maybe the last time they came to drop one off to me and they saw it, propping something up, they figured it was a waste of their print. But I do everything online. So anyways, that's funny, guys. So, but this yellow page directory we're putting together, you're literally going to go anywhere in the world, be able to pull up on your laptop or your phone and find in our directory of all of our merchants. Okay, you're going to be able to find the different businesses. So you can do category searches for restaurants, car rentals, spas, I don't know, shopping, whatever. I don't know what you're looking for. Whatever you're looking for, you can do a category search. Okay, and then when you whittle that back until you find the place you want to go, then you can print a map off, or you can get the coordinates and put it in your GPS. That's what we're going to offer. Pretty cool. The merchants are excited about that, and think about all the different ways they're going to spend ad points here, guys. Because remember, ad points are the core product for Adit Network. Okay, ad points are the core product for Adit Network. Now, look at all the different ways the merchants are going to spend it. They're going to spend ad points on the browser, okay? Every time an ad is viewed on the browser, they lose 1 ad point, all right? Every time their ad is viewed in the yellow pages, okay, they lose 1 ad point. Every time their ad is viewed in the marketplace, they lose 1 ad point. So if they're losing ad points, but they look at how many different ways they're reaching out to us, the consumers, you see. We're even putting another website together, and it shouldn't probably let this cat out of the bag, but we're putting another website together where we're going to have all of our merchants on that website, so it will no longer be in the back office here in the near future, and we're going to put that out to the public. We're going to say, hey, look what we've got going. This is our marketplace. Look at all the merchants that you could be buying from at a discount if you were just a member. You see what that's going to do? It's going to drive our member base way up. All right? So you could literally, and then those members are going to have what? They're going to have your sponsor ID number. Okay? So that's one more tool where you can show them, hey, look at all my merchants. Look at all these people you can shop from. And you can buy from them. Okay? So there's a benefit to the merchant. They can buy from them. They just don't get any of the benefits. They don't get the discounts. They don't get any of the member benefits. All right? But that's a major, major plus and a major benefit to the merchants to be able to be put out there to the public like that. Now, the reason I brought up all the different ways that they would have to spend ad points too is because they're going to have to get their ad points from you and I. You see, it creates a supply and demand. And since our ad points are our core product, we want them to be the most valuable thing we have. Okay? So if merchants need them, when there's a need, there's a what? There's a demand. Okay? And the more demand, the more valuable something is. Right? Well, that's exactly what we're creating here. So I'm going to show you how to use that to your benefit here in a second. So just remember, the merchants are spending ad points on several different platforms. Here about the next 30 days, that's all going to be going on. Right now, it's just the browser, but the directory and the marketplace, when that comes out, they're going to need to be getting more and more ad points. They're going to be making money. Okay, so the merchant's going to want those ad points. So I'm going to show you how to use that to your benefit here in just a second. But let's recap some of the benefits of the marketplace and the directory. I think it's pretty clear to the merchants. Okay, they're going to get that exponential growth in consumer traffic, and they're going to see a lot of repeat business from us, the affiliates, okay, and the members. Because again, why would we go anywhere else to shop if we're being compensated to shop in our own community? Okay, and then to you and I, what do we get? We get the major discounts. We're going to get these things called consumer credits. All right, we're going to get reward points and things like that. We're going to be incentivized to shop dollar for dollar. Now, guys, let's talk about income here. Okay, just touch on this real briefly, and we'll get back into it here in a moment. But right here, what do you get if you bring somebody to the marketplace or the directory? How do you benefit from that? Well, remember when I said that they're signing agreements to go into that marketplace and into the directory? Part of that agreement is that they're agreeing to pay a percentage of their increase in revenue back to ADITnetwork. Okay? So let's say you just signed up a store and it increased its monthly revenue by, say, $10,000. Okay? They're going to pay 5% back to ADITnetwork, which is $500. And then you, as the referring agent, you're going to get 30% of that. So you're going to make $150 residually off of that one store. Now, how many stores like that would you like to go out and get? That's some good, solid residual. But now listen, what if somebody in your downline signed it up 2 generations down? We're going to pay 2 generations up on the advertising here. So somebody just signed up that deal, and what are you going to get for it? You're going to get 12% as the immediate upline and 10% as the upline above that. All right? What if you signed up a big deal, like Buick or something? Now, I'm really conservative on this chart here in front of you guys. All right? Buick is actually spending somewhere between $500,000 and $1 million to start with. Why would they do that? Well, I haven't shared this story in a little while, but when Buick was approached, Mr. Lee, which is the general manager for the marketplace, is the former executive vice president of Volkswagen. Okay? So, I mean, this man understands the auto industry. He understands what it's going to take to, to run a large business and with multiple different moving parts to it. So we've got a guy that's more than capable. I mean, I think that, running Volkswagen was probably not an easy job for him. But listen, he worked with one of the affiliates out there in Asia to get in touch with Buick. All right? And then Buick said, okay, we'd be interested. You got 40,000 members, we'd be interested. So what they did is they put a test campaign together, knowing that the marketplace was coming, and they sent a test campaign out to the members out in Asia saying, hey, if we give you a discount on the Buick cars, would you be interested in buying one? All right? They had over 300 orders in less than a week. Buick, now we can agree, Buick tries several different avenues for marketing. And they said, you know what, we've never had anybody else, another organization bring us that many orders that fast. So we're drawing the attention to a lot of the big players out there. Now, I'm not saying you're going to go out and land a big fish every day, but guys, listen, if you were to land a big fish, ignore what you're seeing here on the page in front of you because we've adjusted some of these numbers. But let me tell you, if you got a deal that paid in $100,000 in advertising, you're going to make 40% as the referring agent. Okay, so 100 grand, 40%, that's $40,000, guys. So this Buick deal that's coming in about $500,000, that means that rep is making about 200 grand on that. Okay, not one time either. It's your client for the life of the relationship. So every time that they renew their advertising, you make another commission. You see? So, and then the upline is going to see 12% and 10%. So very, very lucrative on the advertising angle of things. Let's talk a little bit about these consumer credits. I don't want to focus on them a whole lot. This is an incentive, guys, that is going to be given away until December 31st. Okay? Until December 31st. Now, there was rumor going on out there. It's got some factual to it. A lot of people are saying, oh, I thought it was only until October 20th. Okay, it was. It was until October 20th. A certain division of the company only has till October 20th. But our team, you guys, okay, this is a call to action. Okay, so listen up. We fought for this, and we got it approved by Mr. Zhang. We said we are still on the ground floor. This is a great incentive. We want it to last longer. Give us until December 31st. So we asked him from October 20th to extend that to December 31st. Officially, guys, you have until December 31st, and you can still get these consumer credits. Okay? And then this promotion is going to end. So take advantage of it. And let me explain why. Consumer credits, guys, are like those frequent flyer miles or bonus reward points. All right? And if you hold them for 4 months, they're going to mature. So whatever credits you have today, they'll go 8 to 1. So 1 credit will equal 8 credits in about 4 months. Then on the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, you can start selling those credits off. All right? So there was also a rumor going on out there, well, you could sell off all your consumer credits on your 4th month. You can't. You cannot do that. You can sell them on your 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th month. Okay? So whatever credits you have on your 1st month, you can sell on your 5th. Then the 2nd month, the increase, you can sell on your 6th. Your 3rd month, the increase, you can sell on your 7th. And your 4th month, the increase, you can sell on your 8th month. Still not a bad return. Let me show you something here, guys, okay? You can trade them for products, services, trips, hotels, things like that. Territory, if you hold them, they grow in value. The company is looking at potentially, they're capped right now between 5 and 10 cents in value. The company is potentially going to pull off that 10-cent cap and just let them go. See where the value ends up. 20, 30, 40 cents, you know. Now, I'm not promising that, guys. I make no promises. They may leave the cap on them. But there's potentially that opportunity where they'll remove the cap before the end of the year and let them skyrocket. Because people are going to need these consumer credits to buy territories. What are territories? You can literally buy like Dallas, Texas, Los Angeles, Fort Lauderdale, you know, territories where any advertising sold in those territories, if you own that territory, it doesn't matter if that advertising is sold from somebody in your downline or not. You'll get a commission on it if you own the territory. So very valuable, which also makes the consumer credits and the reward points and things very valuable because you got to have those to buy the territories. Okay? Let me show you real fast what the value could be with these. And again, keep in mind this program is ending on December 31st, and then we're transitioning over to reward points, ad points, things like that. So as these mature, you can hold on to them, you can slow roll them, whatever you want to do with them. But this is definitely a time-sensitive part of all this. If you came in with $5,000 for your ad package, You're going to get 15,000 ad points, but you're also going to get 15,000 consumer credits. They go 8 to 1. It means you'd have 120,000 consumer credits. If all they were valued at was 7 cents, that's $8,400 right there. So if you want to go out and sell some advertising to a merchant, and they say, I don't know if I want to do that, you know, I don't know if I want to spend $5,000 with you or whatever. Say, well, Mr. Merchant, what if I could pay you to advertise with us? Well, what are you talking about? What if I give you these things called consumer credits? It's a thank you reward for coming on with us. Come on and try us out. In a matter of 8 months, his 5,000 turns to 8,400. Okay? He's going to start to see some of that on its 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th month, fully cashed out by the 8th. But 8,400, and he only started with 5,000. Not bad. Now, what if that merchant agreed to view and rate 20 ads a day? If you view and rate 20 ads a day, if you were on any of my earlier calls or any of my other trainings, you already know that you qualify for a daily ad view revenue, okay, which is a potential rebate of 70% of your original package value. So in my scenario here, you came in for 5,000, you rated and reviewed 20 ads a day, which a merchant could do this, okay? If they bought an ad pack and so they're a merchant affiliate, they could do this. They could rate and review, okay? They're going to get $3,500 back on their original $5,000 package. So you take that and add it to the 8,400. What is that? That's $11,900. Now, guys, what if they took that $3,500 before the end of the year and they purchased more consumer credits with it? They would get an additional 5,000 consumer credits. I'm sorry, 50,000 consumer credits, which would increase in value 8 times, giving them 400,000 consumer credits at an average of 7 cents. That's another $28,000. So literally, somebody could take $5,000 today, get started in this business, have access to all levels of the compensation plan for doing it, and be able to turn around and in 8 months fully cash in on $36,400. Not a bad value. And remember, they haven't even sold the ad points that they got when they were viewing the ads. Money, guys, money. All right, lots of it. So you're going to get paid several different ways. We have the answer for those folks that may not be strong recruiters, but we're going to develop them into strong recruiters. Now, if you want to really take advantage of the consumer credits between now and the end of the year, let's say you wanted to take another $5,000 to buy consumer credits, that's going to turn into about 40 grand. Okay, so if you came in with 5,000 and you bought an additional 5,000, you could be looking at about $76,400 in value at 7 cents. What if they lift the cap and they go upwards of 20 or 30 cents? I don't know. You do the math on that. All right. Just a nice extra way for you guys to build up some points to buy territory, products, services, or sell them and pocket the cash. It's just a nice extra way to make a little extra money here, guys. Ad points, again, the core product to this company. Ad points are used to pay for the advertising that the merchants need to do. Every time their ad is clicked on, they lose 1 point. That point is converted, or I should say transferred over to the person viewing the ad. Okay, so if you went in and clicked on 100 ads a day, you would get 100 ad points. Okay, so if you're a merchant and you click on 100 ads a day, that just gave you free marketing dollars. Okay, that'd be like anywhere from $35 to $50 a day in free marketing. Well, I shouldn't say it was free. You put some sweat into it. You sat there and clicked on ads, and if you did 100, it might take you 45 minutes. Okay, but that's not bad. I mean, if you're on a tight budget as a merchant and you need to get some free advertising, that might be a pretty good way to do it. What if you're not a merchant? What are you going to do with them? Put them on a platform in the back office. The platform's not up yet, but it will be. Okay, talk is as of January. That should be up. So in between now and then, what are you going to do? You're going to bank all those ad points. You're going to sell them when the marketplace and the platform come up. You're going to sell them to the merchants. Pocket the cash. Ad points right now are selling anywhere from 33 to 50 cents a piece. I don't think they're going to stay at that when we put up the platform. I think they might drop down to 20, 25 cents. But guys, if you're viewing 100 ads a day, that's 3,000 ads a month. You could conservatively be looking at $500 to $1,000 a month just for viewing ads. So as I talked earlier in the overview call, how many people do you know right now, friends, family, relatives, neighbors, on and on this way, okay, that would need to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. In this economy, oh my gosh, millions of people. All right? Millions of people need that opportunity right there. So if you're sitting there right now going, yeah, but I want to make $1 million and he's telling me all I can do is make $500 to $1,000 a month, then you're not hearing me. The light hasn't come on yet. And here's why. If you help a whole bunch of people make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, chances are they're going to mention to a few people who are going to reach out, and they're going to help a few more people who help a few more people. And guess what? When 6 months comes around and they need to renew their package, they're going to do it. All right? And they're going to upgrade their packages because now they just unintentionally became network marketers because everybody in their neighborhood saw their new car and wants to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month online. It's the hottest thing out there. People want to make money online. We have a viable way for them to do that. So if you want to make $1 million, what do you need to do? You need to reach out and help a bunch of people make $500 to $1,000. Okay? That is your freedom plan right there. It's simple. It's duplicatable. You might be going, well, this is really complicated. I don't know if I can explain all this. Don't explain it, guys. Just get somebody excited and say, wow, I found an incredible way to make some money online. The guy that hosted it went halfway around the world to look at this. They've already made over 35 millionaires in the last 7 months. What are you doing tomorrow at 12:30 or 6:30? I'm not doing anything at 6:30. Great. I'm going to call you at 6:27 because you need to get on this call with me. Well, what's it all about? You'll see that on the call. Trust me, it'll be well worth your time. Can you do that? That's all you got to do, man. You just got to get people excited and get them on this call, plug them in the system. And here's the duplication. When I say duplication, I'm talking D-O, do. Because what you do, other people will do too. All right? So duplication. If you think about how powerful this is, all right? Think about this, Lancelot and Wally, Diane, everybody else on the call right now. Think about this for just a moment. If you were able to recruit somebody into this business where they were able to go out and make a viable income each and every month, and you didn't say anything at all, or hardly anything at all, and Sally that you just recruited is looking at this thing and she goes, wow, I just signed up in this business, but you know what? Jack didn't say anything to me. All he did is got me on a call. I had questions after the call, and he put me on another three-way with one of the leaders that went out to Hong Kong, and before I knew it, I'm in the business. He didn't even say anything. I can do that. I can plug people into this. Because, see, you know what the problem is, guys, in sales? Is people are afraid to talk. They're afraid to get shot down. They're confused. They may not know what to say. So don't say anything. Sell the excitement. Get them on the call. Let us do that. It's really, really difficult even for me to explain this over the phone to somebody without all these visuals, without my PowerPoint and stuff. It's a visual business. There's so many different moving parts to this business. But you know what? Trust in the fact that it's all for the long term and to help you guys make a lot of money. Okay? And then just start plugging people in here. You guys should get off the phone tonight and write down a list of everybody that you could possibly think of that needs to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. You should. And then you need to plug them in. Get them banking those ad points, and when in January when the website or the back office goes up and they can sell them, they're going to cash in, they're going to have a nice payday, and then they're going to start making $500 or $1,000 a month after that, and then you're going to see your group explode, guys. You will. You will see your group explode. And the cool thing is that nobody in their right mind is going to leave. You're going to have the highest retention out of any business you've ever been involved in, and your income's going to climb and climb and climb. You will get what you want if you help others get what they need. Okay? So, again, I've said it a million times. I'm going to say it again. I love this business model. And if the light's coming on for you guys, I hope you love it too. All right? Where's the money going? 25% of all the daily revenue that comes into this company goes back to us to provide that daily ad view revenue. That cash rebate that goes up to 70% of your original package value. Okay, and then they put the rest of that 25% towards the consumer credit program, towards the rewards, towards the bid points, some of these other points that we're coming out with. I was on the phone today with Canada, Melody, working on the new training that I'm going to be coming out with for you guys to fully explain all these new changes. So all of that stuff is right around the corner. It's going to be incredible. I can't wait to be able to start introducing it to you guys. Some pretty cool changes coming though. But let's talk about where the rest of that 75% is going. You got 50% coming out to you guys in way of bonuses. Marketing sale bonus, team achievement bonus, growth achievement bonus. Okay? We're going to pay you coming and going. So got several different income streams coming into the company. 75% is going back out to you. How do you get involved with Adit Network? Well, you can come in for free. You can have a JOB. Okay, go out and make 5% selling retail. Guys, listen, please. There's another rumor going around that somebody can come in for free and make 5% of all the packages they sell. No, it's retail ad packages. If you come in for free, you have a B2B job, business-to-business job. You make 5% of all the retail ad packages that you sell. Okay? If you don't understand something in this business, bring your questions back to the training. Please don't make something up and pass it around. It only creates a bigger job for myself and corporate. So if you don't understand something, ask it at training. But if you come in for free, it's a job. You don't get to leverage your time or your energy. I don't think it's smart to do it that way. You might as well come in for $100, okay, at the bare minimum. What do you get for $100? You get to override, and I know people call it to my attention every day that, hey, your chart says you don't get to override any generations at $100. I understand that. That was something that actually we got approved after I put this chart together. And with the changes coming down, I'm working more on the new PowerPoints than I am on this older one. Okay? So just listen. At $100 starter package, you get to override all of your personals. So one generation deep. All right? So if you get a starter pack, and there's another term you guys need to write down here. It's called commission volume, CV. Okay? Commission volume. That's going to become important here in a moment when we start getting into the binary. I'm going to speed up a little bit because we're almost at an hour here. But the CV is real important. So make sure you write that down. With a $100 package, you get 20 CV. You get 200 ad points. So that's 200 views or 200 points you can sell later. You get 200 consumer credits. You can buy an additional 3,000 consumer credits, and you get to override one generation. So let's say somebody comes in this business, and they just want to view ads and be able to sell ads. Okay? Well, they're going to come in at the $100 level. They're going to be able to override one generation. But then they talk to their neighbor, or their neighbor comes and asks them about their new car, their new boat. That neighbor ends up signing up. All right? You're going to make an override on that. But then that neighbor is sitting with his brother and talking about what he just got involved in. And brother says, well, I need to make an extra $500 to $1,000. So now what happened? You got somebody on your second generation. Okay? But you only get to override one generation on $100, right? So what do you got to do? You got to upgrade. And when you upgrade, guess what? The upline gets paid another commission. Okay? So you upgrade to $300. At $300, what do you get? You get 80 CV going through the binary. You get 600 ad points. You get 600 consumer credits. You can buy an additional 10,000 consumer credits, but now you override 3 generations deep. Okay? But now that guy's brother goes out and talks to somebody who talks to somebody, and next thing you know, you got 5 or 6 buddies sitting around at a barbecue talking about, you know, hey, work is kind of tight right now. I'm not doing real well. I can come up with $100. Let's get involved in this deal. So now that person who just upgraded to 300 now needs to upgrade again so he can go down 5 generations deep. So he's going to go to the $1,000 level. What does that do? It triggers commissions all the way back through again to the upline. Okay? Goes through your UniLevel, your binary, your matching bonus checks. Okay? So you see how this is working, how it's creating an organization out of people who really didn't intend to be network marketers. At 1,000, you get 300 CV, 2,000 ad points, 2,500 consumer credits, 30,000 additional consumer credits that you can purchase, and you got your 5 generations. Now here's the important part, guys, the $2,000 level. Why is that so important? And it's because of this. At the $2,000 level, that's the first level that you finally qualify. It's the only qualification to get paid matching bonus checks 8 generations deep. All right? So you want to come in, if you want matching bonus checks, which you do, all right? I know one guy last month made over $4,000 in matching bonus checks. I know a lot of other people that, Josh is what a cumulative? Can you explain that question? I'm going to keep talking here. So yeah, I know a lot of people that made really, really good money in their very first month just off the matching bonus checks, enough to pay for their entire position, put all their money back in their pocket just in matching bonus checks, all right? So the $2,000 level, they got 700 CV down their binary, 5,000 ad points, 6,000 consumer credits, 7 generations deep. Oh, I know what you're talking about, Josh. Are you talking about if you did an upgrade to each one of these, do you get all of these benefits? Do you get the 20, the 80? Okay, if we make an investment of 1,000, then another 1,000, does that together qualify us for the matching? Okay, no, it does not. Okay, listen to me real closely here, guys. If you do this upgrade, so it's a one-time. Okay, Josh, let me go into this for you. Okay, I'm going to explain this to everybody right now. All right. Let's say you came in at $100, all right? And then before the end of your first 30 days, it has to be in your first 30 days, you go, you know what? I see it. I'm going to upgrade to 2,000, okay? And you do that in the first 30 days. Or you upgrade to 1,000 or 300 or 5,000, whatever it is. Okay, maybe you came in at 300 or 1,000, you want to upgrade to the 5,000, whatever combination it is. If you do your upgrade in the first 30 days, you only have to come up with the difference. Okay, so if you came in at 300 and you go, oh, I want to upgrade to 2,000, well, then you only have to come up with a $1,700 difference. What they're going to do is they're going to back your position out. So they'll back out your $300 position, and then they'll recharge you for the 2,000. But they refunded the 300 and then they charge you the 2,000. So you're only going to have the CV from the 2,000, the ad points from the 2,000, the bonus consumer credits from the 2,000, so on and so forth, if you do it in your first 30 days. Is that clear, Josh? And then I'm going to go on just a little bit further, but did that part make sense? So first 30 days, you only pay the difference. Okay, not a problem. Let's go on, though. If you do it after your first 30 days, see, guys, you can upgrade at any point. Okay? And in your first 30 days, you can only do one upgrade. Okay? So that's also important to explain to you. If you came in at 100, you can't go 100, 300, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, all in your first 30 days. You only get to do one upgrade in the first 30 days and only pay the difference. Okay? Now, if you came in at, let's say, I don't know, I'm just going to use this as an example. You come in at $1,000 bucks. Okay? Come in at $1,000. And 45 days or 60 days later, you made enough commission, you go, hey, I'm going to go on up to the 5,000 mark, or I'm going to go to the 2,000. We'll use 2,000, Josh. That was your example. Okay, so you come in at 1,000, and 45 days later or 60 days later, you go, I'm going to upgrade to the 2,000. Well, you're past the initial 30-day mark. Now you have to come up with the entire additional $2,000. It's kind of a motivator, you know, to get you moving a little bit quicker, get you upgrading quicker, get a little more commission in the upline's pocket, get you growing an organization. You know, it's a motivator if you do it in the first 30 days. Anything after the first 30 days, you have to come up with the entire difference. Okay? But when you do that, it means you have both packages. See, I came in for 300. I'll use myself as an example. I came in at 300, okay? And they didn't have this policy in place when I came on. So when I upgraded, I had to come up with the full additional money, and then that's when I said, wait a minute, we need to put a policy in place for everybody in the future. So I got on the phone with Mr. Zhang, and I said, here's what I want to see. Okay, I'm kind of spilling it out there. I'm the one who came up with the 30-day policy for this company. But I said, I want to see a 30-day upgrade, all right, where they only have to pay the difference, because I think that's a motivator. It makes sense for the long term of this company. And Mr. Zhang, less than 24 hours later, came back and said, yeah, let's do it. Write it up. Okay? So that's where it came from. And so, yeah, you'd actually, after 30 days, have to come up with the full additional. So I have a $300 package and a $5,000, which means I have all those ad points from both. I view the ads each day for both. I have the income earning opportunity for both, and so on and so forth. Okay? Or no, I don't view the ads for both. I'm sorry. That's under one member ID. I take that back on that one. Josh, let's see. We can only ever do 5 deposits, correct? We can only do 5 deposits. No, because you can have 5 packages under one member ID. Yeah. No, you can have 5 packages under one ID, Josh. Okay. Okay, sorry, I lost my train of thought there just a little bit. So is that clear to everybody? I just want to make sure real quick that everybody understands if you upgrade the first 30 days, you only pay the difference. After 30 days, you got to come up with the full amount. All right, but you retain the benefit from both packages. Is that clear? Yes, no, maybe? Yes, okay, thanks, Josh. I think we got a lot of shy people on the call tonight. Okay, here we go. Oh, we got another question. Can I view more than 20 sites per day, and would I be rewarded? Absolutely, Lancelot, yeah. Oh, Diane, I jumped over your question. I'll come back to it. Okay, Lancelot, absolutely. Remember, you can view, yep, there you go. Josh says 100 ads a day. Somebody's got it down. That's cool. Yeah, Lancelot, you can view 100 ads a day. Remember what I was saying about being able to help somebody make $500 to $1,000 a month? That's from viewing 100 ads a day. So yeah, you can view 100 ads a day, and then sell those on that platform. And so yeah, you are rewarded for that. Absolutely. That, if you guys plug into that idea, is where you're going to make a tremendous amount of money. You'll never need another job for the rest of your life. You'll never want for cash, because it's the principal rule. Help everybody else get what they need, and you get what you want. Okay? I'm not making this stuff up. Okay? I live this. So you guys do it, and you'll get what you want. Okay. Diane, let me go back to your other question. Once you buy a package, did you say that you can also buy more consumer credits? Once you buy a package, did you say you can buy more? Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, what's your other question? When you renew every 6 months, is that at the same level? If 5,000, is that 5,000 each time? Yeah, it would be. You don't have to. You can drop if you want. All right, if you came in at 5,000 and you go, well, I don't want another $5,000 package, I'm going to reduce that back. You could do that, okay, but I don't think it's wise. And with your consumer credits and the other benefits of being in at that level, having the matching binary or the override binary checks and everything else, I would never personally go backwards. What you're going to see a lot more of, Diane, and I'm already seeing it in my group, okay? I know there's probably folks on here tonight. Let me see. Yep. There's some people on the call right now with us that have already seen this too, where people will come in at 100 or 300, and then they upgrade. All right, and I'll tell you what's going to happen at the end of the 6 months. A lot of people are going to sell off their consumer credits, or they're going to be viewing those ads and selling those ad points, and they're going to upgrade at that 6 month level. All right. Now look at this, Diane. I love this idea. If you spent the first 6 months out there working and you made $50,000 just off your UniLevel here, you make $50,000 in signups, okay? And the second 6 months comes around and everybody has to renew, all right? What if they just renewed at the same package level? You just made another $50,000. So you made 100 grand for the year. But chances are what's going to happen based on what I said, if you guys understand what I said and you plug into that and you go out and find people that need to make $500 to $1,000 and you recruit them and then you show them how to help other people do the same thing, you're going to get increase. And so when that 6 months comes around, you may have only made $50,000 that first month putting people in. They're going to upgrade their packages. You're going to receive the upgraded commissions. You see? Yeah. There you go. Just a big smiley face now. Yes, absolutely. How do I explain this in simple terms to the layman, the 70%, and how to make more than our investment? In other words, how to profit from your deposit. Okay. First off, Josh, remember, don't explain it. Bring him back to the call. Okay. Get him excited. Get him here. I hold 15 calls a week. I've got recordings out there. You can go to, write this down, paid, that's P-A-I-D, paid to, that's T-O, paid to advertise webinar.com. Somebody could literally schedule themselves for 6 webinars a day. And the cool thing about it, I had somebody ask me earlier, well, do they have to plug in their name and email? Well, yeah, it's a good idea, and here's why. When they plug in their name and email, and even if they check the little box at the bottom saying, text reminder, here's what that system's going to do for you guys. It's passive marketing, okay? When you send somebody to paid to advertise webinar.com, We're not gonna take your information and cross-recruit those people. It's a tool. It's something from me to you. I wanted to put that in place. Here's what's going to happen when they plug in their email address. They're going to get 2 email reminders. You don't even have to call them and remind them. They get 2 email reminders. If they check the box saying give me a text reminder, 15 minutes before their scheduled webinar, they're going to get a reminder on their cell phone saying, hey, don't forget you got this call. Grab a pen and paper and be ready for it. Completely passive, up to 6 times a day. Or if they want to watch it instantly, yeah, cool, thanks Josh, he says nice site. And if they want to watch it instantly, they can check on the drop down, watch yesterday's recording, and then they can watch it right then and there. All right. So if you don't want to wait, maybe you're up at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. You're talking to somebody. They sign up. Guess what? They got enough time to get somebody on the 12:30 call. All right. Maybe they could get multiple people. What if they sent some people through to that webinar and got them excited, and then they all drove people back to the 12:30 call? You see? Yeah, I will. Hold on one second, Diane. And let me finish this thought real quick. And then between the 12:30 and the 6:30, there's 5 hours there. So they drive people into that webinar, all right, getting them watching that, and then everybody drives traffic into the 6:30. You guys, you can explode this business as fast as you want to if you plug into the tools that we're putting in place for you. All right, Diane, can I give that URL? Yes, I can. It's www.paid, P-A-I-D, paid like you get paid. So paid to, that's T-O, advertise. Paid to advertise webinar, W-E-B-I-N-A-R, paid to advertise webinar.com. Okay? All right, let's look at what you get here. So you sign somebody up at 300, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. It doesn't matter what package level you're in at. You could come in at $100, sell somebody at 5,000. Guess what? You made 10%. You made a $500 commission. Look at that. 500 times your initial buy-in, $500 commission. Then, on your second, third generation, okay, you're going to get 4%. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth, 2%. Ninth and 10th. Guys, down on the 9th and 10th generation, okay, if you've never network marketed before, let me show something to you. If you had 3 people who got 3 people, which is not really hard to do when you can show them how to make 500 to 1,000 bucks without recruiting, okay, but you get 3 who get 3. On your 7th generation, you're going to have 2,157 people. That's on your 7th, all right? That means that if you did that on your 8th generation, they each got 3 more. That's 6,471 people, all right? On your 9th generation, I just want to really put this in perspective because I don't think people understand this. On your 9th generation, you have 19,413. And by the time it hit your 10th generation, you'd have 58,239 people, not in your entire organization, just on your 10th level. Okay? Just to kind of put in perspective there, truly how many people you could put together. Now that's only 3 who get 3. Most people with Adit Network are out there trying to get 10 to 15 personals. Because the business is long-term, you might as well build a big organization because they ain't going anywhere, guys. But what does that mean on your 10th level if somebody signs up for $5,000? It means you're making 50 bucks. Could you imagine making 50 bucks or even looking at this $300? Okay? And you get 1%, what is that? That's $3. Okay? In the future, let's say your organization is matured. If you made $3 on everybody, that could be just on your 10th generation over $175,000 a month. Just on your 10th generation alone. Multi-million-dollar earnings potential, guys. Look at this right here. This is an example of the UniLevel. 3 who get 3 who get 3. If you did that down 8 generations deep, you'd make over $1 million. If you did it 10 generations deep, you guys made over $5 million. Okay? So pretty good income. I think that's a motivating factor to build a business. Now let's talk about the team achievement bonus. We're talking about the binary here. In the binary, you have an A leg and a B leg. Okay? It's basically like sports. You have an A team against your B team. All right? And remember the CV, commission volume, with each package, you know, you get those points assigned to it. A $5,000 package gets 1,800 points. Okay, 2,000 gets 700. You remember that? Okay, hopefully you guys wrote that down. Well, That's what's going to determine the points on your binary. All right? So here's what I'm saying. You brought somebody in on your UniLevel, and let's say you brought him, we're going to use 5,000. I like that number. I signed somebody up on that yesterday, and then got another one coming in tomorrow for that. Guys, people are going to sign up at $5,000. They will do it. Don't mental block yourself on this deal, okay? So I've had people tell me, I don't know anybody that'll come in for 1,000 or 2,000. Really? Because there's a lot of them that are going to come in at 5,000. So don't mental block yourself. Put it out there. Let other people make their own decision, okay? But here's my point. If you sign somebody up at 5,000 on the UniLevel, you make $500. What's the dollar value of a point? Which points, Josh? Which points are you talking about? CV? Oh, yeah, that's what I'm going into right now. Here we go. You ready? Okay. So if you sign somebody up at 5,000 on your UniLevel, you make that 10%. So on a $5,000 sale, you made 500. Everybody understands that one. That same person, you did the work one time, they're automatically going to drop into your binary. Okay? And when they drop in with that 1,800 CV, commission volume, the end of the month comes around, you're going to get 10% of your lesser leg. So if you had 1,800 points and you got 10%, that's another $180. You see? So the dollar value, Josh, is 10% of the points. Okay? And with our binary, you don't have to have any kind of balance in the legs. Just whatever you have in your smaller leg at the end of the month, you're going to get 10% of that. Okay, good, Josh, you gotcha. Okay. Why is the power leg called the pay leg when commissions are paid on the weaker support leg? You should have put a smiley face after that. That was funny. It's a legit question though, because of the fact that your pay leg is like your power leg. Okay, I don't know why they use the terms that they do. The pay leg though is really like your money leg. That's the one that's just going to take off. So Nina, to really put it in perspective for you, if you had one big leg, okay, how do I explain this? Okay, if you didn't have an upline that was working with you, all right, you're going to have to build your A, one on your A, one on your B, one on your A, one on your B. So it's going to take two people to make one commission. All right, does that make sense? So it takes two people to make one commission. And then you got to go one on your A, one on your B, so it takes another two people to make one commission. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Whereas if you've got this big leg that's taken off, maybe that's the one that built with your
YouTube is a
upline.
very popular.
Okay, so your upline's putting people in, and you're putting people in, and then your downline's putting people in, and then off on the other. Okay, so it becomes like this big, massive leg for you. The reason you call it a pay leg is because once that thing's really taken off, you can go and focus on your other side. Okay? And then it's just as many people as you put in. So rather than putting one on the A, one on the B, if you've got this big pay leg in place already, then you're just going A. And every time you do it, commission. Instead of two people for one commission, you're getting two people, two commissions. You see? Does that make sense, Nina? So at the end of the month, comes around, they look at the perfect. I'm glad I could clear that up for you. Okay, the end of the month comes around, you got 100,000 points down one leg, you got 160 down the other. It's just an example. It could be more or less, whatever. Okay, they're going to take the lesser. So in this example, you would have made 10,000 bucks on your binary, 100,000 CV. Now here's the key thing here, guys. Okay, binaries are so profitable because our binary pays to infinity. All right, you could sign somebody up a year or two from now, personal, and they end up 600 or 1,000 people down in your binary. So you can't put them personal. That's on a UniLevel. Or you can put them in personally, but you can't put them up against you because that's a UniLevel. You already have that structure. Okay? Here, you want to drive people as far down as you can. I want to put people 100 people down. Why do I want to do that? Because it's going to send those points all the way back up through those legs, giving everybody points. Everybody the ability to earn money. You see? I'd love to put somebody 100 people down that just came in for $5,000 and drive 1,800 points all the way back up through that leg. Because guess what it does? Now everybody that sees that goes, oh my gosh, I got to go get somebody on my other leg. I need to make that commission. It's a motivator. Binaries are so profitable, guys. Most companies will put blackouts where they only let you go down so many generations deep. They'll put income ceilings where they stop you at a certain income. At the end of the month, they look at it and go, well, you got 100,000 points here, you got 160 over here, and we're going to wipe all your points out, you made 10 grand, but you got to start all over again. We don't do that. Make as much money as you want with the binary. We're not going to flush your points. We're going to pay you to infinity. This is by far the most powerful binary I've seen in years. It's incredible. Now, we're going to back this up, guys, with matching bonus checks. All right? Matching bonus checks, 8 generations deep. Come in at 2,000 or 5,000, you qualify. All right? And then how many generations you get paid on this is going to depend on how much commission volume you have as your overall group. Okay, so how many points in your A leg, how many points in your B leg, combine them together, and that's what's going to give you your group CV that's going to allow you to get matching bonus checks more levels deep. You see? Okay, look at this one here. So first generation, 40% of what? Well, remember that example I just gave you guys? Okay, 100,000 points down one leg, 160 down the other, so you would have made 10,000 bucks. What if that was one of your personals? You'd get 10%, or they'd get 10%, so they make 10 grand. You'd make 40% of that. Do you understand how powerful that is, guys? You could literally bring on a big hitter, put him down your leg, they go off and make 100 grand a month. I got a cousin right now that makes well in excess of 100 grand a month in another network marketing company, and she's in the process of moving over to us because she understands what we have here. Do you know how excited I will be when she gets going on this deal? 100 grand a month. I'm in at 5 grand. That means I'll make 40% of everything that she's making just for putting her in there. She could be my only person. Did you hear me? My only person. And if I'm in at 2,000 or more, I'm making 40% on her. Now look at this. Second generation. So she has somebody that comes in and starts making 10 grand. I'm going to make 20% of them too. That's another 2 grand right there. Third generation, 10%. Look at this, 4th through the 8th generation, 5% matching bonus checks. Guys, that is enormous money. If that's not enough, let's put a growth achievement bonus in place, kind of like a fast start bonus. If you go out there and get, let's say, I don't know, 5 or 10 personals, then you work with them to do the same thing or do the same thing. By the time it hits your 3rd generation, you got a pretty good sized group. You do that, and what the company's going to do is they're going to put 2% of their monthly revenue aside and share it with the top 30 affiliates in the world that have the most growth for the month. Now don't sit there and think, oh, I won't get any of that. A lot of us U.S. citizens last month got a portion of it. Okay, I think we even had 1 or 2 of our guys that came in right towards the end of last month out of Canada that got a portion of it too. Okay, I don't care where you are in the world, you reach out to people, you help them out, and you guys can get a portion of that, and it's pretty decent money. Pretty decent money. The bigger the company gets, the bigger that the bonus pool gets, and you can earn it month after month after month. But here's the thing, it's not the largest organizations in the whole company, because what happens 6 months to a year down the road from now is you're going to be focused further down in your group. You're going to have those leaders that are demanding your time that might be down 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 generations down, okay? And you're focused down there to build more security. You get what I'm saying? So you're not always going to be bringing in new personals all the time. So right at the beginning, when you're first starting your group, you got an opportunity for a large portion of this. And it's paid out in weighted average. What that means is not everybody gets an equal portion. Nina, if you put in $200,000 in volume this month, and Josh, you only put in $50,000, Nina is going to make a higher percentage of that pool than you will. Okay? Or vice versa, whatever. It's all in weighted average. The more that you contribute, the higher you get paid. Okay, we got to really speed this up. I'm almost at an hour and a half. I apologize for those guys or those people on the East Coast or even Jamaica. Okay, I apologize for you guys. I know it's getting late for you. How do you sign people up here? First off, cash in, cash out to the company is pretty easy to do. You got wire transfer, you got Western Union. You can find all those instructions in the back office right under the home page. Okay, what you're going to do, 5 a.m., where are you at, Diane? The UK. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for staying up with me. You've got to be tired. Let's speed this up. Oh my goodness. Well, Diane, let me ask you, has it been a waste of your time though? Or are you getting something out of this? Okay, good. I hope so, because if you're staying up all night to sit here with me, I don't want to waste your time by any means. So thank you. You're a trooper, and I look forward to helping you. Okay. So wire transfers, Western Union, things like that, solid trust pay. Guys, we have the number. We're just about finished. The CTO is up here right now trying to finish up that programming. I think that by this weekend that should be completed. Okay. I know that some manual solid trust pays have been done to see how they're going through, but I don't want to officially open that up yet until the button is in place where you can go in and click on it and do your whole transaction. I think this weekend is kind of the launch date of the solid trust pay. Okay, almost there. I know you guys have some large groups that have been waiting on it. Just about finished with it. I had that conversation today, so almost there, guys. Let's talk real quick about how to sign people up, and we're going to end it right there. Okay, what you're going to do is go to ADITnetwork.com, click on register in the upper right-hand corner. All right. First thing it's going to ask for is sponsor ID. That's the person that's personally signing them up. Make sure that sponsor ID is correct, or else they're going to go into somebody else's downline. So if you're signing somebody, you might want to be there with them. Okay. Then it's going to ask for display name. I always just have people do something real simple. Their first name, all lowercase. Okay. That way, if I need to move UCash or you're moving UCash to them, you're going to plug in their member ID number. New website, Diane. Let's see. I was talking on that earlier today too. I believe that's about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks on the high side. They are working on it really heavily right now. We got a full team on that. Okay. Actually, we have multiple websites coming out here in the next 2 weeks, at least 2 of them. So we are working on it. The problem is we keep getting pulled off, and so we finally just put a full web design team on that. We kept trying to use the IT and the training department to give the input. We just said forget it, can't do it, too busy. So we got a full design team. That's why we've been saying 2 weeks for a little while here. Is that we really intentionally wanted to get it done, but now it truly is about a week and a half to 2 weeks out. So okay, so you choose your display name. And then login password, that's just what you're going to use to get into the back office. Security password is what you're going to plug in once you're back there to view your downline or move around UCash or buy consumer credits, trade credits for bid points or whatever. So your security password is really your money, so don't ever share your security password with anybody. Okay? Fill out the rest of the basic information. Hit create account. Next, it's going to come up and ask you to choose a package. You're going to need to get yourself funded at this point, guys. So whether that's through a wire or through Western Union, it's pretty easy. Okay, if you've just come out of a program that took weeks to get money into, that's not us. Okay, if you send a wire or a Western Union off, you're going to come home. You're going to scan in the receipt. Well, Josh, that doesn't matter. He says, what happens if your referral upgrades before you? That's okay. That doesn't matter. You're still going to make the commission. Remember, Josh, you can come in for $100 and still make commissions on people that came in for $5,000. So no, that's okay. Use the commission from them upgrading to help you upgrade. All right? Yeah, absolutely. Don't ever hold anybody back. Encourage them to move forward. So it's only going to help us here. That's what's so awesome about this program, guys, is you can literally bring in somebody that makes $100,000 a month, and you're only making, $5,000 when you brought them on. Remember, you're going to get, if you're in at $2,000 or above, you're going to get all the matching bonus checks on them. But you're also going to get your UniLevel pay on them too. All right, so yeah, I love it too. I love it too. So it's not an issue here, but for some it may be. What's an issue, Josh? You say it's not an issue here, but it might be for some. Might be affording to upgrade. You're right. You're right. But Josh, let me point something out, okay? Hong Kong and China, they're not real wealthy countries. That's where our first 35 millionaires were made. Okay? There's a lot of diversity between the rich and the poor out there. A lot of gap. And it doesn't cost them anything less to come in out there than it does over here in the United States or in Canada. Okay? And just keep in mind, there's been a tremendous amount of wealth already made out there. They're buying homes and cars and all kinds of stuff from the money that they're making from this. So don't ever let anything get you guys down. Don't ever judge anybody. Just get them in. If they can only come in at $100, work with them. Help them make some money and get them upgraded. So it's a growing plan, man. This is something long term. You guys don't have to make $1 million tomorrow because you'll know you'll make it, in the future. So take your time, work with people, build relationships, enjoy life. So this is what you have here now, guys. You don't have to be in a rush constantly. I don't know what programs you've come out of or anything, but just have fun with this deal. You know, I'm not saying don't work. Work hard. Bring a lot of people in. People need the help right now. But anyway, so back to this. So you got to get your account funded. Once you send off the wire or the Western Union, you're gonna scan it in, all right, and you're gonna email it into financialusa@aditnetwork.com. Now that's at the bottom of the wire or the Western Union, you know, instructions. But you're gonna scan it and you're gonna email it off to financialusa@aditnetwork.com. They're literally gonna fund you guys in hours.